So this is what's going to happen. We got a bunch of compost down there, and we have a bunch of stuff that's growing up that we need to remove from the area. So I think what we need is a bunch of hand clippers as well as those big loppers, and that'll help us get down the vegetation that we want. And then we're going to be moving cardboard up and then throwing the organic material on top to sort of hold the cardboard down and keep it in place. So what this exercise is going to require is our use of hand tools and so forth. And it's also going to require like us being able to work as a team to logistically, you know, we can't start throwing compost till we get the sheet mulch down. And if we try to roll a wheelbarrow over sheet mulch, it can mess up the work you've already done. So logistically, we're going to have to go in and do the trimming first, lay the cardboard, and then systematically start laying stuff down so we can work over it and get through that area. Another main component besides our team building exercise we got today is really getting to identify the species in there. So we'll be looking at the plant species and also just this environment that we're creating. So this garden that's multi-layered and really incorporating a lot of insects. So right now what we're looking at is taking a lot of buckets so we can move material. We don't know how well wheelbarrows are going to work down there. We also either want some shovels or something to get the material into the buckets. We have an abundance of hand tools up here. Some of it is figuring out what you guys like to use. We're welcome to break everything out and try it all, as long as we all put it back. So
don't sheet mulch the tools.
I would suggest at least 50% of us get clipping tools, and the other 50% get shoveling and earth moving material tools. So in here we have all that. Two, probably just two. And so after they were planted, we just started adding on. And you can see like the 1, 2 that are the oldest, and then some that are a little younger. And then this one right here is probably only 2 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know, just sort of every year expanding it. And what we really discovered was to have adequate pollination, they need to almost be interlacing, which is sort of rare in your fruit trees. It's a little bit more than a little tighter spacing than you normally would have in pruning for. And so in this area, it's with gardening, it's the more time you can spend watching it and stuff, the better it does. You know, the gardener's shadow is the best fertility or something. There's some saying that's like that. But this is the far edge of our garden, and so is receiving less attention than it should. And the edge can be particularly problematic because there's so much abundance here. It's just wanting to encroach. So the idea is we need to do some long-term fertility and some maintenance here. And it's about seeing what's already here. You have the plums and then some blueberries. Within this little patch too, you have peonies. See that, peonies? And then there's another one right there that's budded up. It's sort of a pretty understory flowering plant. So blueberry, and then there's another blueberry right there. And then this crap is something I want to personally, I have a crusade against. It's one of these ubiquitous ground covers that's just going to get in your garden and cause all kinds of problems. I don't know, it's some fancy. Hate that crap. But so we'll get rid of that. And then the idea would be to go from the forest line to down as far as we can this way. And so we need to do a lot of cutting down the woody stuff that's coming in, particularly like these raspberries and so forth. And so I see almost a progression from one side of this area to the other. First cutting down what needs to be cut, and then getting in there sheet mulch, and then add this raw material on top to hold it down.
Don't rush.
Don't rush. Take your time. We got plenty of time to do this project. It's only like 3 o'clock, so we got 2 hours.
3:20.
Yeah. But I think we're in really good shape as far as getting something really positive accomplished here. This whole section, it will look very super fantastic once we're done. But I think the... Basic coverage.
It's going a little thicker than that.
Oh, we could go less. We need
You
to.
don't have to go 4 or 5 inches. No.
Just looking for some coverage. Hold it down. Inoculate the area. Application. There's already just so much fertility in there that we don't need to overdo it in this case. More something to hold it down and stretch it on out.
I was wondering if this was edible.
I wouldn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. No. We're creating a fungal-rich environment in the orchard versus a bacterial-rich. So we're using a lot of leaf mold versus animal manures. Oh boy. What a project. Yeah, I think if we stretch the material, we'll get further. So I think in general, it's just more cardboard, less organic. I'm gonna go get one more load of cardboard, and I think that'll probably take us.
It worked out.
What's that?
I don't know where there's a zoo in New Hampshire.
Is that Benson's Wild Animal Farm?
I did. I came to work at Benson's Wild Animal Farm in 1981.
Oh my goodness.
Well, great work, guys. Is anybody... I have a feeling we need some water.
Yeah.
Water would be good.
Either for the mulch or for us?
I think for us.
Oh, okay.
I think it's probably worth going and taking a trip up and getting some water and then coming back down and wrapping it up. I think we have time.
What, an hour? A little over, an hour and a half?
Yep.
So, 3 or 4 or 5 people. We'll really be done in the morning.
And it'll last 3 or 4 years, at least. And then if things really develop in there and that understory really starts to sizzle with a bunch of different species, you might never have to do it again.